All right, everyone. I have a really nice car here. I try to buy these as often as I can, and I don't know why. I have a really soft spot for these cars. But what this is, let me start her up for you right here. This is a 2002 Saturn L300 sedan. A lot of great things about this car. First of all, check that out. That is correct. It's only got 105,573 miles. This was a trade-in to a Toyota dealer, and that's where I got it from. And I gotta tell you, this is the most loaded up Saturn I've ever seen. There's more equipment in this thing, I think, than any other Saturn I've ever seen. And let me go through that with you. First of all, let's start with the power windows. All right, there's your right rear, up and down. Passenger front. We'll swing it on around here. And there is your rear window, up and down. And of course the all important driver's window down, automatic down works. Okay, this has the sunroof. There you go. Oops, sorry about the sun there, folks, that time of day. Open, close, and I believe it's a tilt also. We'll see in 1 second. Yep, and there's your tilt feature. And now we close it. And of course, it does have the hangover cover. There you go. We've got an AM/FM, CD, and cassette, which I don't know if that works because I don't believe there's any CDs in there. That can't be. It is. Holy cow. This has a 6-disc CD changer in dash. That's pretty impressive. I didn't even know they made it back then. It's got a cassette player as well, but who the heck uses them? It's got automatic climate control, and I can tell you, I'm sitting here, it's hot out today, ice cold. This thing has leather heated seats. As you can see, it's got traction control. Also, notice, nothing on the dash. No warning lights, nothing. That green light, all that means is you have daytime running lights on. They did that back then. And the trunk is open, which it is, so I can show it to you. It's got cruise control on the wheel, delay wipers, rear window defogger, but it's clean. When I mean clean, this thing is in terrific shape. All leathered up. I mean, look at that floor mat. That is a factory Saturn floor mat with the embroidering on it and everything. There is your passenger seat. Look at how clean that is. This right here is usually the Achilles heel of any car. These armrests, but look at this one. Open it up. Nice inside. But check it out. There's not even any marks like where your arm, would have been. Cup holders, of course. 4-speed automatic transmission. I mean, this thing is fantastic. Power door locks. Oh, look at this. Keyless remote, and I have 2 sets of keys and 2 remote transmitters. Always nice to have. Power trunk release right there, or on the keyless remote. Power mirrors. Let's check this one out. That works. Go to this side, and of course, that works. As far as I can recall, I have probably driven this car several hundred miles, and I can't think of anything that doesn't work in this car, quite frankly. Let's go around. Oh, check this out. Here's your driver's seat. Look at how clean this baby is. I mean, yeah, you got a little bit of wear and tear right there, but going around, it's nice. Now, this is kind of weird. This thing just doesn't seem like it fits that good. I don't know why, but this is your power seat. And look at that. Forwards, backwards, up. As you can see, it's working. And down. And recline. Here's your recline feature there. Back. And, of course, up. So the power seat works. Here's your driver's floor. Let me move this out of the way. There's your Saturn floor mat. And look at this. Even underneath, this thing has probably had floor mats in it since the day it was new. So the carpet is in excellent condition. All right, let's go. I'm going to start now, as I always do, and we're going to do the tires. Okay, left front tire. That's got quite a bit of tread on it. I'm going to guess that's probably 75 to 80% tread on a nice chrome factory wheel. All right, this rear tire, that is bald as can be. That rear tire has, I'm going to say, 10% of the tread left on it on a chrome factory wheel. Let's just take a look-see here. Yep, there is a spare tire in there, and it looks like the jack is underneath. Let's go to this side. This side, not quite as bald as the other side, but definitely, if you buy this car, you are going to want to put tires on it immediately, especially just on the back, though. But yeah, front tire, same as the other side, probably 60, 70, whatever percent. Front tires are good. Those are your main driving wheels, so that's the most important. But the rear tires you definitely are going to want to have replaced. Let's do the body now. This is a typical Saturn. It's got a plastic fender, so of course there won't be any dings, but I don't see a scratch in this nice shiny paint. Now I'm kind of in the shade now and it's throwing some shadows, but I promise you at the end of this video I will bring it out into the sun and let you guys see. That passenger door I'm going to go with not a ding, not a scratch. Alright, let's do the door jamb. So you can see, nice. Usually on a Saturn, if it's going to rust, this is about the only metal is in here. This one looks nice and clean. Alright, and of course here's your passenger seat, as I promised, nice and clean. Of course it's got the airbags there, where you want them. Oh, check this out. It's even got the side curtain airbags too. I don't know, let me see if I can zoom in here and you can see. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yep, there you go. Side curtain airbags. Alright, so that's a great safety feature. Alright, traction control means it probably has anti-lock brakes. Another great safety feature. What a terrific car for the new driver this would be. Here's your inner door frame, and as you can see, clean as a whistle. So far so good. Okay, this is right side rear door. Beautiful shape. This is just a terrific little car. Look at this back seat, how nice and clean that is. I swear, the leather looks like nobody's ever even sat in it. It does have the anchors for the new special, or the new really safe child seats. Has a rear fold-down armrest. Okay, and I believe, yep, as you can see, it's a 60-40 split seat. But look at how clean this is. It even has a little port in the back for your stuff. Let's do the door jamb. You know, like phones, that sort of thing. That's what I mean by stuff. Now we'll do the door frame. And as you can see, very nice, very clean. Alright, and of course here's your rear quarter panel. So far, I would give the outside of this car, at least on this side, let's do your roof. So far on this side of the car, this gets an A+ for the exterior. That's how clean and nice it is. Alright, rear bumper. This is always a really good way to tell how a car has been taken care of. The rear bumper's beat up, that means people don't care, they backed into stuff, but look at this. There is hardly a scratch or a mark on this car. Unbelievable. Here is the door frame, or the trunk frame. And then I'll show you the trunk itself. And as you can see, look at this. Usually here is where you'll see rust starting, but on this particular car, there's not a bit of an issue with rust. And look at the size of this trunk. It is actually a huge trunk, but and I said it's got that 60-40 split fold-down seat, so you have all that room from the back here on up to the back of the front seats. And it even has your little valet. You can lock it out, so if you want to lock your trunk up. Now, one of the cool things about this, it's a V6 because it's the L300, basically top-of-the-line model. It's got the nice little spoiler on the back. Like I said, this would be a great car for a kid. Alright, let's see. Let's do the left rear quarter panel. Okay, finally, the first little teensy-weensy thing I can see. Right there. That's it. Alright, so we went from an A+ now, we're down to an A. Still pretty good for a 2002 model year car. Alright, the door. What is this? Actually, I think that's just bird poo. Alright, this door, perfect shape. Okay, here's your other side of the back seat. Here's your door jamb. And now we'll do the door frame. There you go. Alright. Oh, one thing I didn't do, and I'll do it right now, is I always try to get underneath the back of the car. A lot of times you can't really see anything, but you know what? I like to do it anyway and show people, I have nothing to hide on this car. Okay. So far we're at an A on the exterior of this car. Driver's door. Beautiful. No scratches, no dings, no marks whatsoever. Alright, let's do the door frame. Or I'm sorry, the door jamb. Gotta have our terminology right. As you can see, clean, rust-free. Here's your door frame. Again, ultra clean. This is a terrific, terrific car. you know, body-wise. Look at this. It has a good inspection sticker until March of 2014. All right, here's your front fender. And again, that's an A+ on the front fender. Now, the next place you always look to see how a car was taken care of is the front. Check this out. Look at how nice and clean those headlights are. Very rare to see that on a car of this age. Now, but you go down here and you look, it's got factory fog lights, but look at that. It is not all beat up, not ground up. This guy didn't hit curbs, or person, I should say. This is just an amazing, amazing car on how nice it is. That's one of the reasons why I drove this car a lot, because of what shape it is. Now, one thing about the Saturn I always think is kind of amusing is it's got this V6 engine, but look at how funky that looks. I think it looks kind of neat. But this actually is an unbelievably powerful car, too. Now, I don't know how to rev this up, I think, without getting my fingers caught in something. Let me see here. The 4 cylinders are easy. The 6 cylinders, yeah, not so much. Yeah, sorry, folks. So what I'm going to do is just shut up, and hopefully over the road noise, you'll be able to hear how nice and quiet this thing idles. Now, as you can hear, there's no valve train noise. There's no taps, no knocks. This car is unbelievable. This thing is going to have to give you at least 100,000 miles of good service, and it looks great too. I mean, look at that fluid. I didn't even have to change that. That is the actual Dex-Cool fluid that's supposed to be in this car. It's in terrific shape. Look at this. It actually looks like one of the front struts was changed. Whoever had this car, I have to say, really, really took care of it. All right, and here's your hood. And this is another spot, because like I said, there's not a lot of metal on the Saturns, but here's another spot that rust will be. All right? All right, let me drop the hood now, and we'll take an overall view of the car, and then we'll go for a test drive. Okay, now let's take a look at the hood. Now, other than a little bit of the Saturn emblem peeling off, here's about the only mark I know. The hood is made out of metal, though. This isn't plastic. But other than that, all right, so this car, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, or what I would call an A, on the body of this car, and on the interior for that matter. It's a great color. I love the green and tan combination, but look at this thing. Look at how sharp this car presents itself. I'm telling you, if your kid needs his first car, this would be one he would not be embarrassed, or she would not be embarrassed, because for some reason, kids nowadays, they want the 4-door. Well, this has everything you could possibly want, including you as the parent, safety features. Or if you need a car for your wife or a second car for your family, this would be a great one. All right, let's go for a ride. All right, folks, we're going to take her for a ride now. All right, a couple things I thought of. Now, when I drive this, I'm going to try to keep my big fat head out of the way of the camera, if that's at all possible. There is one thing I did not point out. The door panel on the driver's side here, there is a little, it is pulling away a little bit. That's about the only defect. Oh, radio. I don't think I turned that on. Yeah, radio definitely works. Oh, wipers. That's the other thing people ask about, and the horn. So far, so good. All right, as I said, 4-speed automatic. So with this setup, with the 6-cylinder, it's the 3-liter multi-valve engine, so it gives you plenty of power, but it also still gets you pretty good gas mileage. And with the 4-speed automatic, you could check the EPA estimates on the computer if you like, but I gotta guess it's somewhere around 25 highway, maybe 19 city, something like that. But what I love about this car is, boy, is it peppy. I mean, holy cow, look, I'm over 50 and I was barely stepping on the gas. All right, here we go, and let's see. All right, let me go down the road, take my hands off the wheel. As you can see, hands free. We're going dead straight as an arrow. What a nice little car this is, I gotta tell you. It really is amazing. All right, turn the automatic air on. Car's pretty quiet. I do hear, and you won't hear this on the video, but I'm telling you right now, I hear road noise, and it's coming from those rear tires because they're bald. So once you put a decent set of tires on the back, you won't even hear that noise anymore. Okay, now I'm going to turn around here, and then I'm going to accelerate a little bit harder, just so you guys can see how nice and peppy this car is. It really is a nice setup. Here we go. 60 miles an hour already. That's how quick this car is, okay? So I just went and showed you I better slow down a little bit, but this is a quick little car, very responsive, still get decent gas mileage. I have to say, I buy a lot of Saturns because I like them. They're cheap to buy, cheap to fix, and they're very reliable, and this one is no different, but this, I have to say, is the nicest one I've ever had. Hands down, nicest Saturn. Now I'm going to do a brake test, and all that'll consist of is me pulling into this vacant lot across the street from my place, slamming on the brakes and letting go of the wheel. And basically all it'll tell you, is if the brakes are wildly out of equalization or something like that. But there's another reason I do it, and I'll tell you that in 1 second. And ready, and... Okay, the other thing. I don't know if you noticed, the wheel did a little twitchy. You probably couldn't hear this on the video, but I could hear the anti-lock brake pump go on. To me, that is one of the best, most important safety features you can have in a motor vehicle are anti-lock brakes. Yes, it does have all the airbags, but to me, anti-lock brakes, I think, is a much more important safety feature. All right, now we're out in the sun, and as I promised, I'm going to walk around the car in the sunshine. So just to recap, this is a low mileage, only has 105,574 miles, 2002 Saturn SL300. Basically, top of the line, the most highly equipped Saturn I've ever seen. It was probably the most expensive Saturn you could buy back in 2002. All right, let me take the camera off the tripod, and then we'll do a little walk around on the rest of the car. All right, you have to excuse my camera work here while I try to disengage this thing, because it does bump around a little bit. Now, I'm going to have to bring it down. Sorry. All right, there we go. All right, pop this baby out. Oh, this is what I was talking about on the door there. See, that's it. So basically, as far as I know, the only two issues, if you even want to call them that, with this car are it's going to need 2 tires in the rear, and it's got that little thing inside. But look at this car here. We're right in direct bright sunlight, and you can see what a beautiful car this is. Shiny, it's clean, no dings, almost no scratches, no rust. Just a beauty. This is probably one of the nicest Saturns I've ever had. And like I said, I really like these cars. Oh, and if you're worried, because Saturn no longer exists, just so you know, there is still a Saturn dealer network. In fact, we have a Saturn authorized shop right near us, Route 46 Chevrolet. They are also a Saturn dealer, so you don't have to worry about parts or getting the car fixed. And as I always do, I really hope this goes to someone that needs an ultra reliable, totally 9 out of 10 on the outside, I'd say 8.5 or 9 out of 10 on the inside. Just a fantastic car, both mechanically and the way she looks. And best of all, as most of you will know that know me, it's going to be a very good price. Thanks.